Blind Dog digs through rubble for days, and what he finally finds will leave you in tears. In a world often overshadowed by chaos and uncertainty, a heart-wrenching tale emerges from the ruins of despair, encapsulating the unyielding spirit of love and loyalty. Picture this: a blind dog navigating the jagged remnants of a life once filled with warmth and companionship, relentlessly digging through the rubble for days on end. The sheer determination of this courageous creature is not just a testament to survival, but a poignant reminder of the bonds that tether us to one another. As the dust settles on a tragedy that has left many heartbroken, this dog's journey unfolds, revealing what lies beneath the surface, something that will ultimately leave you in tears. The story begins in a small town, not far from where a devastating natural disaster struck, leaving homes and lives shattered. When the earth shook, it didn't just disrupt the foundations of buildings. It uprooted families, scattering them like leaves in a storm. Among the chaos, one family's beloved pet, a golden retriever named Max, was left to navigate the wreckage alone after being separated from his owners in the turmoil. Max, a dog who had once thrived on the gentle touch of his family, was now blind, relying on his instincts and acute sense of smell to guide him through the unfamiliar terrain of twisted metal and crumbled concrete. Days turned into a blur of exhaustion and despair as Max tirelessly clawed at the debris, his body weary but resolute. Each shovelful of dirt and rubble that he unearthed was a testament to his unwavering hope that somehow, someway, he would reunite with his family. The determination in his heart echoed in the quiet of the devastation, a stark contrast to the silence that enveloped the town. Families searched for their loved ones, but for Max, his only mission was to find his humans, the ones who had always been his source of joy and comfort. As we delve deeper into the story, we encounter the emotional landscape of the community grappling with their losses. The disaster had not only taken physical structures, but had also instilled a sense of profound grief among the survivors. Neighbors who once shared laughter now exchanged solemn glances, their spirits weighed down by the burden of their new reality. Max, however, remained a beacon of hope, embodying the resilience that often surfaces in the face of adversity. In the days that followed the disaster, local volunteers began to organize search efforts, determined to locate missing pets and reunite them with their families. They set up makeshift shelters and distributed food and water to animals found wandering the streets, each act of kindness serving as a small flicker of light in a dark time. The community rallied around the shared goal of recovery, but Max was still out there, tirelessly working through the debris, driven by an instinct that transcended his physical limitations. The scenes of devastation painted a grim picture. Homes that once stood proudly were now reduced to mere memories, their inhabitants scattered and searching for solace. Among the rubble, Max's persistence was palpable. His paws, raw and bloodied, told a story of unyielding devotion. The volunteers, moved by his spirit, began to notice his relentless digging. They watched as he unearthed remnants of a life he once knew, a child's toy, a framed photograph, and scraps of fabric that carried the scent of his family. Each discovery was a poignant reminder of what had been lost, yet it served to fuel Max's determination. As the days wore on, the cries of the community grew louder, resonating with the hope that love could conquer even the most profound of tragedies. The bond between humans and animals is often unbreakable, and Max's journey became emblematic of that connection. His story spread beyond the town, capturing the hearts of people far and wide. Social media platforms buzzed with updates about his relentless quest, and soon, a network of compassionate strangers united to support the cause, sharing tips, resources, and encouragement. Then came a day that would change everything. As the sun cast a golden hue over the debris, Max's digging finally revealed something unexpected. It wasn't just a remnant of his past. It was a promise of hope for the future. The moment he unearthed a small, ragged blanket, the air shifted. It carried the unmistakable scent of his family, entwined with memories of warmth and love. In that instant, the world seemed to hold its breath, and Max's heart raced with a renewed vigor. He had found a piece of them, a connection that transcended the chaos surrounding him. The emotional weight of this discovery was palpable, not just for Max, but for everyone who had been following his journey. The blanket, worn and faded, symbolized resilience in the face of loss, a powerful reminder that even when everything seems to crumble, love remains. As Max curled up next to the blanket, a sense of calm washed over him, a fleeting moment of peace amid the storm of uncertainty. But the story was far from over. It was only the beginning of what would unfold next. In this small town, where hope flickered like a candle in the wind, Max's journey would take another profound turn. The search efforts intensified, fueled by the community's determination to reunite pets with their families. Max's plight resonated deeply, igniting a passion for recovery that transcended the physical act of searching. It became a movement, a testament to the power of love and the resilience of the spirit. As volunteers combed through the rubble, they shared stories of their own losses, forging bonds that would last long after the dust had settled. The emotional tapestry of this narrative continued to evolve, weaving together the threads of tragedy and triumph, despair and hope. With each passing day, Max dug deeper, not just into the rubble, but into the hearts of those who watched his journey unfold. The cries of despair were slowly morphing into whispers of hope, as community members began to believe that perhaps, just perhaps, they could reclaim what had been lost. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the devastated landscape, the atmosphere shifted. Max, with his ragged fur and determined spirit, became a symbol of hope for the community. His journey, marked by persistence and strength, resonated deeply with the volunteers who had come together to aid in the recovery efforts. Each shovel of dirt they turned seemed lighter, as if the weight of despair was being lifted by the collective hope they shared. The community began to gather at the site, offering encouragement and sharing stories of their own beloved pets, creating an air of camaraderie that was palpable. Among the volunteers was Sarah, a local teacher who had always been known for her nurturing spirit. She had lost her own dog, Bella, in the chaos. The grief of separation had left a void in her heart, yet witnessing Max's resilience reignited her spirits. Each day, she would bring a basket of treats and water for him, kneeling beside the rubble to offer her support. "You're not alone, buddy," she would whisper, her voice barely above a murmur, as she watched him dig with fervor. It was as though Max understood her pain, and in return, he offered her a glimmer of hope that perhaps not all was lost. As the days passed, Max's digging uncovered more than just remnants of his past. He unearthed fragments of other family stories. Volunteers began to document each find, taking photos of the cherished items: a child's teddy bear, a love letter, a pair of wedding rings. Each item told a story, weaving together the fabric of the community's shared experience. It was a cathartic process, allowing the townspeople to confront their losses while simultaneously celebrating what once was. Max, in his unyielding quest, became the catalyst for healing, bringing people together in ways they had never imagined. One afternoon, as the sun shone brightly, glistening off the shards of glass and twisted metal, a breakthrough moment arrived. Max had been digging fervently in a particular spot, his paws deftly unearthing more debris. The volunteers gathered around, their excitement palpable. Suddenly, his digging halted as he unearthed something that sent a wave of emotion rippling through the crowd. A collar engraved with a name, Bella. Instantly, Sarah's heart raced. It was her beloved dog's collar, a cherished symbol of their bond. As she knelt down, tears streamed down her face, a mixture of sorrow and relief washing over her. The collar, though worn, represented a piece of her life that she thought was lost forever. Emotions ran high as Sarah cradled the collar, and the volunteers rallied around her, offering words of comfort. "This is a sign," one volunteer exclaimed, her voice cracking with emotion. "It means they're still out there. We have to keep searching." Max, sensing the shift in the atmosphere, wagged his tail, a silent acknowledgement of the role he played in this moment of connection. The community's resolve strengthened. They were reminded that even in loss, there existed the possibility of reunion. With the discovery of Bella's collar, the search efforts gained momentum. The volunteers, fueled by renewed hope, organized a community-wide event to raise awareness about missing pets. Flyers were distributed, social media campaigns launched, and townsfolk were encouraged to share memories of their beloved animals. The hashtag #FindOurFurryFriends began to trend, capturing the attention of neighboring towns and animal lovers far and wide. Max's story was transforming into something larger than anyone had anticipated, a movement of love, resilience, and unwavering hope. As the search continued, the emotional landscape of the community shifted dramatically. What was once a somber gathering transformed into a celebration of memories. Families began to share stories around campfires, reminiscing about the joy their pets had brought into their lives. Laughter mingled with tears as they recounted the mischievous antics of their furry companions, creating a sense of solidarity that was both healing and uplifting. Max had unwittingly become the heart of this movement, embodying the spirit of every pet that had been lost. One evening, as dusk settled over the town, the community came together for a candlelight vigil to honor their pets. Lanterns flickered, casting a warm glow over the gathering as stories were shared and memories cherished. Max sat at the center, surrounded by the townsfolk, his presence a comforting reminder of the love that persisted despite the losses. As Sarah lit a candle in honor of Bella, she felt a wave of gratitude wash over her. The pain of separation was still present, but it was now accompanied by a sense of unity and purpose. In that moment, she realized that Max's journey had not only reignited her hope, but had also woven the community together in a tapestry of resilience. The following day, as the sun broke through the clouds, bringing warmth and light, a renewed sense of purpose surged through the volunteers. They set out once more, determined to find not only their cherished pets, but to reclaim the spirit of the community that had been shaken. Max, their steadfast companion, continued to dig, each paw movement a testament to the unbreakable bond between humans and their beloved animals. Days turned into weeks, and the search efforts intensified. The community began to organize events that brought them closer together: fundraisers, pet fairs, and community cleanup days. Each gathering reinforced their collective strength, transforming the pain of loss into an opportunity for healing and rebuilding. Max's unwavering spirit became a source of inspiration, a reminder that love was a force that could transcend even the darkest of times. Then came the day when a breakthrough occurred. A local family, who had been following Max's journey through social media, recognized a familiar face among the rubble. Their dog, Charlie, had gone missing during the disaster, and the family had been heartbroken ever since. They rushed to the site, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. As they approached, they spotted Max, who had been digging with fervor in a specific area. The family held their breath, hoping against hope that their beloved Charlie would be found. As Max continued to dig, the anticipation grew. The crowd that had gathered watched in silence, their hearts racing alongside the families. With a final push, Max unearthed a small, dirt-covered figure. The cries of joy erupted as the family recognized Charlie, who emerged with a wagging tail and a joyful bark. The reunion was nothing short of miraculous, a moment that would forever be etched in the memories of everyone present. Max, the blind dog who had tirelessly searched through the rubble, had brought them together in a way that defied explanation. The scene was electric with emotion, a celebration of love and resilience that transcended the pain of loss. As the family embraced Charlie, tears of joy streamed down their faces, a poignant reminder of the bonds that cannot be broken. In that moment, the community realized that Max had not only found Charlie, he had rekindled their hope and taught them the true meaning of perseverance and love. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the town, the spirit of unity and healing enveloped the gathering. The journey of Max, the blind dog who had dug through rubble for days, had become a powerful story of love, loss, and ultimately, reunion. And as the community rallied around one another, they knew that together, they could face whatever challenges lay ahead. In the days that followed the miraculous reunion, the atmosphere in the town shifted profoundly. The joy of finding Charlie reverberated through the community, igniting a renewed spirit of hope and resilience. Max, once just a beloved pet, had become a symbol of strength and unwavering love. His journey, marked by relentless digging and unyielding determination, had not only reunited lost pets with their families, but had also rekindled a sense of purpose within the hearts of those who had suffered immense loss. As volunteers continued their efforts, they found themselves inspired by the power of Max's story. The local animal shelter organized a fundraising event, aptly named Max's Day of Hope. It was a festival dedicated to celebrating the bond between humans and animals, with all proceeds going toward helping displaced animals in the wake of the disaster. The entire community came together, transforming the event into a vibrant tapestry of resilience, love, and laughter. Families set up booths featuring homemade treats, crafts, and games for children, while local musicians played uplifting tunes that filled the air with joy. Max was the guest of honor, his gentle demeanor attracting attention from everyone present. Children flocked to him, their laughter ringing out as they petted his soft fur and played with him in the sun-drenched park. The sight of this blind dog, surrounded by love and happiness, was a testament to the healing power of companionship. People who had once been strangers shared stories of their own pets, creating connections that transcended the shared tragedy they had experienced. As the festival unfolded, Sarah took a moment to reflect on how far they had come since the disaster. Standing next to Max, she felt a swell of gratitude for the bond they had formed throughout this journey. "You've changed everything, haven't you, buddy?" she whispered, her heart full. Max looked up at her, his tail wagging, as if to say that he understood the depth of their connection. In that moment, she realized that while they had all lost something precious, they had also gained an unbreakable bond through their shared experiences. The festival culminated in a heartfelt ceremony where stories of lost pets were shared and candles were lit in their memory. Each flickering flame represented not just loss, but also the enduring love that continued to shine bright in the hearts of their owners. As Sarah lit a candle for Bella, the warmth of the flame mirrored the warmth of the community that had gathered to support one another. The tears that fell were not merely tears of sorrow, but tears of healing, hope, and love. Max's role in this journey had become more than just that of a pet. He was a catalyst for change, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love could illuminate the way forward. His story inspired many to adopt pets from shelters, fostering a newfound appreciation for the unconditional love that animals bring to our lives. The local shelter saw an influx of families eager to adopt, turning a page toward a brighter future for many deserving animals. As the weeks turned into months, the community began to rebuild physically and emotionally. The scars of the disaster remained, but so did the spirit of resilience that Max embodied. Families, once fractured by loss, found strength in each other. They gathered for weekly meetings to discuss progress, share resources, and continue the search for any remaining pets that had gone missing. Each meeting was filled with hope, laughter, and a shared commitment to recover what had been lost, not just for themselves, but for their community as a whole. Max, with his unwavering spirit, continued to be a source of inspiration. He would be seen leading the volunteers, his nose keenly sniffing out the remnants of the past, guiding them toward hidden treasures buried beneath the rubble. His blind eyes may not have seen the destruction, but they surely saw the love and compassion that surrounded him. Each day, he dug deeper, unearthing memories that spoke of resilience, reminding everyone that love can lead us through even the most challenging times. One day, while working alongside the volunteers, Max unearthed something that would stir deep emotions once again. As he pawed at the ground, a small, weathered box came into view. The volunteers gathered around, their hearts racing with anticipation. When they opened the box, Inside lay a collection of letters, photographs, and trinkets, a family's cherished memories, now exposed to the elements, but forever preserved in their hearts. Each item told a story of love and laughter, a reminder that even in loss, the essence of those we love remains. The volunteers carefully documented the contents, vowing to return them to the family who had lost them. It was a moment of connection that transcended the chaos of the disaster. As they reunited the family with their precious belongings, tears of gratitude flowed freely. They expressed their heartfelt thanks to Max, whose relentless digging had unearthed more than just items. It had resurrected memories that would forever hold a place in their hearts. With each passing day, the community continued to rebuild, and Max remained at the center of it all. The local school organized a Max Appreciation Day, where children learned about the importance of compassion, empathy, and the bond between humans and animals. They crafted thank you cards for Max, recognizing his heroic efforts and the hope he had brought to their lives. The children's laughter and excitement filled the air, a beautiful reminder of the joy that could still be found amidst the rubble. As Max grew older, his once boundless energy began to wane, but his spirit remained as vibrant as ever. The community had rallied around him, ensuring that his later years were filled with love, comfort, and companionship. They took turns caring for him, showering him with affection, and ensuring that he never felt alone. Max had not only discovered the love of his family, but had also become an integral part of the lives of countless others who had been touched by his journey. In his final days, as he lay in a sunbeam, surrounded by the familiar faces of his friends, Max closed his eyes, content in the knowledge that he had fulfilled his purpose. The community he had inspired continued to thrive, bound together by the love that had emerged from the ashes of tragedy. Max had shown them that even in the darkest moments, love could shine through, illuminating the path toward healing and unity. When the time came for Max to cross the Rainbow Bridge, the outpouring of love was immeasurable. The community gathered to honor his legacy, sharing stories, laughter, and tears of gratitude for the lessons he had taught them. They planted a tree in his memory, a living symbol of the resilience and love that had flourished in the wake of tragedy. It stood tall, its roots intertwined with the stories of those who had come together, forever changed by the blind dog who had dug through rubble for days, only to uncover the true meaning of love and hope. As the seasons changed, the tree grew strong, its branches reaching toward the sky, a testament to the spirit of community that had emerged from the depths of despair. Max's story would be told for generations to come, a tale of courage, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond between humans and their beloved pets. And though he may have left this world, his legacy of love would continue to inspire, reminding everyone that even in the face of loss, hope can blossom anew. If you found this story of resilience and love moving, please take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement helps us keep sharing these powerful stories that touch hearts and inspire change. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. It's the best way to support our work and ensure that these meaningful narratives reach more people who need to hear them.